वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। Saluting Bhagavan Vedavyasa to the entire Guru Parampara. So such a wonderful input is this Vidura Neethi for us to have a wonderful output of our performances and activities. So important in the modern world. Then even Vedanta or Sukshma Bhakti Ityadi sadhana. In fact, those sadhanas one can do only when one matures oneself in his inner life by these type of tips or techniques or the correct understandings. Okay. So yesterday we saw कि these are the 6 things which are mm, these are the 6 things when one has got regularly he is a happy person. Artha agamaha nityam, continuous income, arogita, not having diseases, priyacha bharya, really truly loving wife, priyavadini cha, then she is expressing that love through words and action, vashyascha putraha, the son or children in full obedience control, arthakari cha vidya, knowledge which is the producer of the wealth. These 6 when we have, we are happy. That was said. And also, other sloka said, when these 6 are one, along with the help of the 7th, such person again is the one who never does any papa. Therefore, he will never have this dukkha. Who is the one? Vijitendriyaha, then Shannam Atman Nityanam Aishwaryam Yahadhigachati. Who has controlled senses and has mastered all these 6 durgunas which are there as long as the mind is there. As long as mind is there, there is a possibility, continuous possibility for these one of the 6 gunas of kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya for them to erupt. So remember, when you are in one with the self as in spirituality, there is no mana, there is no vikara in the mana. When the self is not realized, we are at the level of mana. Mana alone has to reach us to the level of reality through the study, manana, chintana, contemplation. Inherently, the mana has the tendency of these 6 gunas. Having understood this, like the vehicle, its tendency is there, two-wheeler, let us say, always to fall because of the bhumi akarshana. If somebody has driven for 50 kilometers without falling, consciously what he was doing, he'll have to reach destination only on vehicle. But vehicle has a tendency to fall, losing the balance because of the earth's gravity. What did he do? He has not allowed the gravity of the earth to pull his vehicle and fall, and he went on driving. In the same way, not allowing our mana to be pulled down by these 6 gunas and continuously using that mana to do our job. Our job, let us say, of dharma paripalana, our job, let us say, of upasana, our job, let us say, of spiritual pursuit, whatever. If we are able to achieve that, we are sukhi. Always there is a tendency for the vehicle to fall. Then there are more chances for the vehicle to fall when the land is slimy or slippery, when there are a lot of heavy speed breakers, or when there are gadde. So what do we do generally? How many of us travel with our vehicle, two-wheeler, driving ourselves through the speed breakers and gadde and all the slippery things? We bypass. In the same way, those areas because of which there is a chance for us to slip into Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Matsarya, by bypassing these places, like the vehicle driving person does, we have to keep on driving our mind in the path of spirituality to reach the goal of spirituality or any goal we choose. Such person is Sukhi. That's the meaning of it. Such person doesn't do any sinful things. Nasa papai. He will not be touched by papa. Kuta anarthaihi. Then how will he do have any anartha? सो काम क्रोध आदि अरिषड वर्ग के साथ इंद्रिय नियंत्रण भी नहीं है मानो. Such person only does all the papa, he enters into anartha. If somebody has conquered these six senses, he doesn't do any papa, therefore there is no anartha of dukkha to him. Reverse में क्या है? Six durgunas are there, mind is indriyas are uncontrolled. You will always do not what is not to be done. Then we will reap the result of dukkha, which we don't want. This is how he is clearly putting. Like that, every sloka is complete by itself, where you can pause there and grasp the essence. And all thing is, it has to appeal to our mind intellect for our practice. For that appealing only, we have to be inquire unbiasedly. Isn't it? We are biased with desires today. Therefore, we don't inquire. Even if we inquire with the justification only. That's why we argue with Shastras and Guru. Oh, I will live my the way. Why should I follow that? He's biased. If you are unbiased and contemplating, you will know what Shastra says is good. Catch that point. Now come some beautiful shlokas. षडिमे षट्सु जीवन्ति सप्तमोनोपलभ्यते चौराः प्रमत्ते जीवन्ति व्याधितेषु चिकित्सकाः प्रमदाः कामयानेषु याजमानेषु याजकाः राजा विवदमानेषु नित्यं मूर्खेषु पंडिताः. It's a simple shloka. These six people panapte hain in Hindi, you say. These six people flourish in the presence of the other six. And if these six are not there, these six are not there. And these are the only six that are there in the world. There is no seventh. If any seventh are there, they are only subsets of these six only. Who are the six who sustain because of the six? He says, Shadime Shatsu Jivanti, Saptame no Upalabhyate. One is Chauraha Paramatte. And when the people of inadvertence are there, then the thieves will flourish. Is it not? The more pramatta yukta people are there, the more chauri happens, chor are there. If people are becoming apramatta, alert, inadvertent, then the thieves have no chance. Yeah, now it's a statement. When you are pramatta, inadvertent, the theft will happen. It has to be expanded everywhere. Is it not? Everywhere. If the government is apramatta, then the chori in the government offices, the people will not do. The choris are various. Gotale karna, funds ko misdirect karna, including not doing the due duty. ये सब चोरियां आप कह सकते हो. At the home also, if the father is apramatta, the child will not do the chori of going to sleep, chori of only seeing cell phone, chori of going and playing. If the father, mother are pramatta, that fellow becomes licentious. That's the chori here. Is it not? एग्जाम्पल इज अप्रमत्त है चोर नहीं होते हैं, प्रमत्त है तो चोर होते हैं. तो प्रमाद पनपता है चोरी को. जनरल सेंटेंस. देन यू हैव टू अप्लाई एवरीवेयर. Inside us also. If I am pramadrahita apramatta, the six thieves or the six thieves of kama krodadi will not loot the knowledge or the peace of mind. So it is generally said, Raja apramatta hai to chor nahi hote. Chor including the घुसपैठ है ना, इतने आते रहते बांग्लादेश से, नाउ फ्रॉम श्रीलंका. शरणार्थी अब हजारों में खड़े हो गए वहाँ तमिलनाडु में. वहाँ खाने को नहीं है, भूख लग रही है वहाँ. अब यूक्रेन से भी कितने, पोलैंड में देखो, हाउ मेनी पीपल हैव रीच्ड देयर इन लैक्स. मतलब अप्रमत्त है हम, चोरी हो नहीं सकता. प्रमत्तता में है चोरी होता इन जनरल. क्लियर. सेकंड वन, सप्त व्याधितेषु चिकित्सकाः. Doctors will flourish when there are more people with many diseases. Bichara Vidurji doesn't know that nowadays the doctors, governments, medical companies, they can work together to create diseases for selling their medicine. Is it not? बीमारियों को फैलाओ, फिर जाकर दवाइयों को बेचो. It's a very cruelty. The perversion of the wisdom or knowledge is this. Where for my selfishness, I create the diseases and treat them. आजकल थोड़ा होता है. बट उन दिनों में कहते हैं वेर एवर द पेशेंट्स आर देयर द डॉक्टर्स फ्लरिश. इन अदर वर्ड्स, when all are healthy, there no need of doctor. Then doctor becomes impatient or patient. First becomes impatient, then himself becomes patient. Is it not? Minimum doctors is a highly qualified society. Why? Because there's no diseases only. Those who are disciplined their food and exercise and all. Why will there be diseases? There's no need of medicine, doctor. So vyadideshu chikitsa. Then pramadaha kamayaneshu. When the people of passion, lust are there, then the women of that type. Then yajamaneshu yajakaha. When the grahasthas are many to perform yajna as yajamani, then the purohitas also flourish. No, this is to be done then. The earlier 2 3 are not to be done. अप्रमाद रखो ताकि चोरी ना हो जाए. हेल्थ रखो ताकि डॉक्टर्स की ज़्यादा ज़रूरत ना हो. कामयान नहीं होना है सो दैट प्रमदा आर नॉट डिस्टर्ब. देर ऑल नेगेटिव थिंग्स टू बी एलिमिनेटेड. यहाँ पॉजिटिव है. व्हाट इज दैट? याजक आह यजमानेश. द मोर यजमाना शुड बी देयर फॉर doing the yajna agadi, so that the yajakaha, the brahmanas, they flourish. Because more brahmanas doing more yajnas for more jigrasthas, then the rishi muni guru kripa will be so much, devata kripa, that there will be no what is it, poverty in that society. So here the problem today is the yajamanas are reducing. Therefore the purohitas also bechare अब ढूंढ रहे हैं, in that corona kala, I know many pujaris crying only. Nobody is calling for anything. We are not even getting food also to eat. I requested many of you. भाई ऑनलाइन में दूर से ही कुछ ना कुछ करा के उनको 400 200 दे दो. वो लोग जिएंगे बेचारे. चावल ले आकर पानी में उबाल कर पिएंगे कम से कम. Is it not? No bhaktas give the money to them. Whatever money is given, the endowment eats away. Bhagwan government has no feeling for those purohitas. Some places only. See how our Hinduism ना ब्राह्मणों को वैल्यू नहीं करते हुए इस पूरे सोसाइटी को नाश कर रहा है. आई एम टेलिंग यू प्लीज, इट इज सो ट्रू. वेदर यू understand, accept or not, if you have respect for me, you'll understand. One, for your own personal sake, never leave the tattva chintanam, tattva jnanam for mukti. Second, for the sake of dharma and all, please encourage sadhu sannyasi who do sadhu sannyasa sadhana. Encourage all these satsangis who are doing satsang and shastra. Along with that, encourage all brahmanas who are doing all variety of upasanas. And it is such a fact that with the Ucharana mantra and prakriyas done by the Brahmana on your behalf through some yajna or all, the Devata's anugraha is pakka going to be on you. If Devata anugraha with proper pujari doing proper puja is invoked, obstacles get reduced. Success has become easier. Therefore, on the name of your own children, grandchildren, yourself, your own office, your own company, business flourishing, for the children education, their health, your longevity, keep on getting some or the other upasana puja done by those brahmanas. उससे धर्म का भी स्थापना होएगा, ब्राह्मणों का भी जीविका चलेगा. दे आर ऑल सेकेंडरी. वो तुम करो नहीं तो और करेंगे उसको. प्राइमरली यू आर गेटिंग ब्लेसिंग्स. प्लीज डू इट. those days you remember, especially South Indians, उनके पास खाने को भी कम पैसे होते थे, बट टेम्पल जाकर पुजारी को 3 रुपए देकर देखो मेरे सास ससुर के नाम पे एक अष्टोत्तर करो. दे यूज्ड टू डू. और पेरेंट्स के नाम पे पूजा करो. पुजारी ऑल्सो, हाँ, गोत्र बताओ, नाम बताओ, आरोग्य सिद्धार्थ श्री वेंकटेश स्वामी अष्टोत्तर पूजा करो में. अरे देखो, दे यूज्ड टू डू दैट. समथिंग somebody गोइंग टू काशी, जैसे 11 रुपए दे दिया, देखो इनके हेल्थ के लिए श्री विश्वनाथ जी को चढ़ा दो और पुजारी को दे दो. It is so beautiful. Please remember. You stop giving any dakshina to me if you don't have money. Give it to all these brahmanas, but don't give free. Pocket mein mat dena. Let them do those yajnas, etc. For yourself and family, because that's the only thing going to protect them. आप मुझे पूछे हो तो ये उपासनाओं के अलावा, देवता अनुग्रह के अलावा कोई हमारे दिल दिमाग को बचाने वाला नहीं है. हम सड़ जाएंगे, फंस जाएंगे. You want your children? That Divya Atindriya Shakti called the Devata Shakti alone will protect their minds. Left to themselves in the terrible world which is coming up later on, they'll be caught up in all negativities, become Rakshasa for themselves and others. Is it not our job to protect them? How do you do? Invoke the grace of Devatas by getting the Upasanas, Pujas done through those Brahman. जाओ पता करो कौन है ब्राह्मण लोग जो गरीब है. They are commercial brahmanas also again. Let them do. They'll have their own customer. They are very intelligent. They know. They're not only commercial, they're professional too. They're not professional also. They're skillful also. दे उनका फिर दसों बिल्डिंग भी बनते हैं, उनके कारों में भी आते जाते हैं. दे वेरी फ्यू, बट 90% आर बेचारे. दे हैव विद्या बट देयर नोबडी टू गेट इट डन. Slowly they give it up and they enter your profession. They become your competitor now. So give them that chance. That's the meaning of Yajamaneshu Yajakaha. Do get it done. Every month in your house there should be. And I know few families where they are, I don't know, वो लोग तो ही होंगे, हमने निकला है. हर दिन उनके घर पुजारी आकर 15 मिनट पूजा करके जाता. हर दिन. I know who are they. The 3 families who I am remembering. And they give such 4,000 rupees to me. He comes every day. Oh, in that way, that pujari goes to 2-3 houses. He does it in his own house and comes to all day and go to temple also and then back to home. Good. That pujari is very active. Others will sleep. सोते रहते हैं. But these grahastha also he calls. कोई सुबह कोई शाम. Regular कराओ नहीं तो occasionally कराओ. Occasionally with your own purpose. Occasion is when the festivals happen. Yajamaneshu Yajaka. Next comes Raja Vividamaneshu. When the people are in dispute, the kings will flourish. No. The ancient world was not, I'm talking about the barbarian time where Stone Age and slowly, in the most initial days of absolute purity, immaculateness, there were people with same mutual love and understanding, living so fully well, neither they needed a king nor any administration. Later on, remember when they started becoming selfish, fighting, they needed somebody to dissolve those disputes. Then they have put it in front of the Lord. They were directly contacting the Lord earlier. भगवान के समर्पण में रहते थे, उस कारण से सबके दिमाग शार्प होते थे, प्यारे होते थे, सो एक दूसरे का लेन देन से वो सब जीते थे. बट एज द पॉपुलेशन ग्रू, resources reduced, selfishness has grown, ego became strong, quarrel started increased, the need to control them had come. And they realized it. That was inevitable at that time. I'm talking about the period, how the history develops. Cultures, traditions, histories, कैसे develop होते हैं. Everything has its own tradition, culture. Tradition of spirituality, tradition of materialism, tradition of arts, tradition of culture, अलग अलग. So they prayed to the God. Then God himself came in the form of the king to sort out his disputes, their disputes, in a most genuine, justifiable manner through right justice. राजा का पहला काम होता था disputes को डिसॉल्व करना. Then slowly became the administrator. Then he had to become a ruler. Then he had to become a very staunch and strong ruler. And when even then the ruling doesn't happen, then he'll have to become dictator. A dictator for his selfish purpose is a cruel Rakshasa. But a same dictator to control the unruly crowd is a very essential. Like the parents, dictators to the children, if those useless fellows are going wrong direction. It is a need for them. So the dictators, the samrat, the kings, they're all started for clearing all the vivada. So vivadamaneshu raja. Now nityam murkheshu pandita. When there are all murkha people, the panditas will flourish. More murkha, more panditas flourish. Now imagine if everyone studies Jyotisham and all of them, कोई पंडित की जरूरत ही नहीं. One day will come if these people, become too dominant, like electricians become dominant. कि I'll come to you, वायर बदलूंगा, मेरे को 1,000 रुपए देना है. कुछ दिन के बाद everybody will become electrician. Nobody will call them plumber. छोटे छोटे काम पहले वही तो होता था. Everybody used to their own work. No need. Very rarely we used to call. In our house especially, all things, even पूरे दीवार पे वाइट वॉश करना हम ही करते थे. We have done it 5-6 times in our house those days. Once in a year, 2 years. खुद ही ले आते थे, वो आयरन बाल्टीज होते थे, पानी डाला, इसको डाला, then kept it for few hours, then all that carbon, all this used to come. So hot it used to be. हाथ लगाओ पूरा जल ही जाता. then वो ठंडा हो गया. then the पुताई लाकर, we used to do पुताई. And now for everything we sit like this and somebody should do, including we sit like this, Guru should do satsanga and he should realize for us. So, Vidya, we never had the culture of servants coming and cleaning the house. Very rarely. खुद सब कुछ करते थे. अब now they are dominant. धमकियां देते हैं. We should understand what is happening in society every time, and accordingly we have to adjust ourselves. Anyway, Murkheshu Panditaha, these are the six go together. Now, Shadimani Vinashyanti Muhurtamana Vekshanat Gava Seva Krushir Bharya Vidya Vrushala Sangatihi. These are the 6 things. Little inadvertent you are, then they will be disturbed or troubled or destroyed. What are they? Gavaha, that is the cows. Little bit you are not aware of it, it will fall in any ditch or canal or river or khai. या नहीं तो it will go into little deeper forest. A tiger will attack and is killed if you are little inadvertent. It is somewhere tied also. If the rope is not properly tied, it is very tight, and many cows or animals die because the rope is so tied to their necks without that perfection, and the other end is tied to the stone. That fellow want to get rid or freed, it moves here and there, और नूस इतना टाइट होता है मर जाता. वो तो बोल नहीं सकते, चिल्ला नहीं सकते हो, यार खोलो खोलो. Therefore, toward children and animals, you have to be so alert. Otherwise, they will do such a funny thing. कुछ भी हो सकता है. So, gavaha. Second is what? Seva. Seva means what? You are whatever the service. You are little careless, you become lazy, then you don't do it perfectly. Then you will be removed from the job. Always alert as a sevak. Third is vyavasaya, krushihi. है ना, लिटिल यू आर इनएडवर्टेंट अबाउट वाटर. कम हो गया पानी, सूख जाएंगे. अब सूखने के बाद अब कितना भी पानी डालो क्या होता है? ज़्यादा भी पानी हो गया ना, सड़ जाता है. सो यू हैव टू dig in such a way the water goes away. Right time, if you don't add all the fertilizers, then also problem. Then if you're not aware, suddenly pests come. If you allow, the pests will eat away everything. So you have to use pesticide at right time. If you're not allow, ready, very alert. See nowadays, ये हाथियाँ आके अटैक करके पूरे फसल को खराब कर रहे हैं किसी जगह पे. कोई जानवर आता है. कृषि, in some place there are millions or nuisance of the bandar. They come and destroy all the fruits and vegetables and तोड़ के पेड़ चले जाते. I have seen it with my own eyes. Such a wonderful crops destroyed by those bandar. Then the people stand there ready with all गुलेर पकड़ के हाथ में. I also used to have 2-3 because इतने बड़े लंगूर आके ना, they used to break the windows only. Those 2 years where I stayed in one center. झगड़े इतने होते हैं. One langur has energy of 3 human beings. And they fight with each other, they fall. I'm telling the third one is Krushi. Gavaha, Seva, Krushi. That is Bharya. Means what? If you don't love her, take care of her, then her heart dukh ho jata hai. If you make a woman miserable, she'll make the whole world miserable. Bharya. Then Vidya. If you're not alert the Vidya, then it will be forgotten. The last one is what? Frushala Sangati, your friendship with the Shudra. If you are maintaining distance and not inadvertent, you are safe. थोड़ा सा मौका ज़्यादा दिया, he will pull you to his level. Here Shudra means the person of all negative qualities. For some reason or purpose, you are in touch with him. It was necessary. But if you are not alert about it, today's world, the example for this explanation, not I'm talking about Shudra, a doctor treating a corona patient. If he is little inadvertent, the disease comes to doctor. He cannot be inadvertent. ध्यान से रहना पड़ता है. Muhurtam anavekshanath. Even one moment also, if you are inadvertent, it will come to you then. You understand? That's the meaning of Vrushala Sangatihi. Vrushala, all those who are criminals, cruel people, very selfish and very lazy, ये सब वृषल में आ जाते हैं in today's world. You are sangati with them, little you are not alert, they will pull you to that level. ये हो गया. नौ षडेते हि अवमन्यन्ते नित्यं पूर्वोपकारिणम. These are the 6 people who do the avamana to those from whom they got benefit. Maximum of them. Only few are the ones who with gratitude do some reciprocation. This is not told as a vidhi to the persons who are getting benefit that you do the avamana to them. It is to the ones who are giving them, don't expect from them. There's a chance that they may do avamana to you by not reciprocating for what you have given. These are the 6. अर्लियर हो गया. ये 6 लोगों को हमें अनुक्षण देखते रहना है, नहीं तो नाश होएगा. उससे पहले कहा ये 6 चीजें हैं, एक दूसरे को फॉलो करते हैं. उससे पहले कहा 6 दुर्गुणों को निकाल दो. उससे पहले कहा ये 6 चीजें आपके पास है सुख. उससे पहले हमने देखा 5 वाले. उससे पहले 4, उससे पहले 3. तो Vidura is developing 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Now he is giving us the beautiful upaya with keeping the count of 6 in the mind. 6, 6, 6. So these are the 6 which will do harm only or won't help or become ungrateful to those who have helped them earlier. Who are they? First, आचार्यम शिक्षिताः शिष्याः. तो पहले हमारी बात आ रही है. शिष्यास who learn from the acharya, they don't even remember him. ये जिंदा है कि ये तो मेरे को पक्का एक्सपीरियंस. Thousands of people we have given satsanga. Not even one. And you all also, throughout the day, other than the class time, you even remember or not for me. क्या प्रे करते हुए नहीं पता है. स्वामी जी यदि मर जाए ताकि क्लासेस रुक जाए. Who knows? And others, some of them become even inimical also. For this poor innocent आचार्य, क्या है उनको बेचारा, सत्संग कर रहे हैं, शास्त्र पढ़ा रहे. What is there other than that? First point is saying that only. Acharyam shikshitaha shishyaha. Avamanyante, they insult. The insults are many. First insult is what? Not practicing what he taught, not remembering it. Second insult is what? Not expressing the gratitude. Third insult is forgetting that he is Acharya. These are the avamana done to the Acharya. And some of them even come to the lower level. हाँ उन्होंने क्या पढ़ा है हमको सब पता है. And these acharyas, not only we who are speaking Shastra, but you must have studied your subjects in your schools, colleges. Now the youngsters especially, as they grow, no, अपने teachers के बारे में एक दूसरे से ऐसे बकते रहते हैं. उनको तो डंडा मारना चाहिए. Never ever insult your gurus, acharyas, whoever they are. Don't respect if you cannot, but don't insult or do avamana. And they forget these marks they are getting, jobs they are getting because of the study they learned from their own acharyas. But it has become that the शिष्य लोग अवमान करते रहते आचार्यों को. So he says you can't avoid. So thank God विदुर जी ने एक बात मुझे आज बताया. आचार्यम शिक्षिता शिष्या अवमन्यन्ते. How much of अवमान यहाँ हमसे ही पढ़कर. This to had in every center. People in Punjab, 6 years they studied from me only. And so much of the Avman they did. Prarabdham. So we know the other aspects. What is Prarabdha, what is sadhana. That's so. Chalte rehti hai gaadi. नेक्स्ट वन, कृतदाराश्च मातरम. देखो, शादी होते ही द सन विल नो मोर विल केयर हिज मदर. द वन हु गिव बर्थ एंड ब्रॉट अप, दैट फेलो गिव एवरीथिंग. एक बार बीवी आगे शादी करके फिर उसके पीछे भागते हो. नाउ फॉरगेट्स द मदर. नो दैट पेन ऑफ दैट मदर, यू नो. बट स्टिल दैट शी इज सो काइंड. दैट्स व्हाट शी इज मदर. कि चाहे ठीक है, वो दोनों तो खुश है ना, कोई बात नहीं. शी सेज, यू नो, एक ही घर में दिस राक्षसी बहू के कारण दो किचन बनते. दैट ओल्ड वुमन कांट इवन कुक, बट शील हैव टू मैनेज. एंड दिस बफेलो गेट्स द फूड फ्रॉम आउटसाइड एंड मेक्स herself and eats. And this stupid fellow supports her only, not mother. How many houses we are seeing? Thousands destroyed by the women, the newlywed daughters, daughters in law, misguided by their mothers again. वो भी women ही है. दिस इज नॉट हैपनिंग. यू ऑब्जर्व इट. अपने घर में नहीं होने देना है, कहीं भी नहीं होने देना. तो कृतदाराः मातरम. देन नारीं विगत कामाः. those desire is fulfilled, they give up those women. Krutarthascha prayojakam. And the people who have got success, whoever have helped them the success, they forget them. Avamanam is even forgetting also. See how many people helped us in so many problems or failures, troubles. We don't remember. That's why I said again during Corona, whoever have helped you as barbers or as people serving the house, सबको फोन करो. कुछ चाहिए तो उनको थोड़ा थोड़ा दे दो. Because that was the time, those 2 years. You know, those who had sufficient balance bank, they could manage. But those who were on the daily wages and all, they truly suffered. Out of their dignity, they have not mentioned or they have not become beggars. But they were in dire trouble. Uncertainties कब खत्म होगा ये कोरोना? Nobody knows. So that time we said it. So therefore, the fifth one is Krutarthascha Prayojakam. Last one is fifth one is Navam Nistirna Kantaraha. The people who cross the river, they don't care the boat which brought them. So to every day, the taxi, the car, the scooter, the bus or flight train जिससे हम उतरते हैं, और पीछे मुड़कर देखते भी नहीं उसको. Last one, आतुराह च चिकित्सकम. You know, people so much of disease, pain, they go to doctor. Doctor treats them. उस समय तो भगवान भगवान कहते हैं डॉक्टर को. When they become healthy, they don't even look back to the doctor whether he is fine or not. So these are the 6 people who are leaving those 6 who have helped them. षडेते हि अवमन्यन्ते नित्यं पूर्वोपकारिणम्. आचार्यं शिक्षिता शिष्याः, मातरं कृतदाराः, विगतकामाः तु नारीम, देन कृतार्थः प्रयोजकं, नावं विस्तीर्णकाः निस्तीर्णकाः, then आतुराः चिकित्सकम्. In this. Okay. Then these are the 6 things again in a different way which gives sukha. आरोग्यमानृण्यमविप्रवासः, सद्भिर्मनुष्यैः सह संप्रयोगः, स्वप्रत्यया वृत्तिरभीतवासः, षड्जीवलोकस्य सुखानिराजन्. Good shloka. Tomorrow we'll see that. These are the 6 things which give again sukha to the human beings. So Viduraji is telling and going. We have to think about them, understand, convince, and whatever to be removed, remove. Whatever to be gained, the good qualities or habits or convictions, attitudes, we have to gain them. वो कह के जा रहे हैं. अभी 700-600 श्लोक बोलेंगे वो. हमको इसमें से जो अच्छे लगते हैं वो कलेक्ट करके we have to practice them. So the 6 things which give us happiness, the name I will mention today, meaning we see tomorrow. First is Arogyam, which all know. Second, Andrunyam, not having debts. You know how much misery when the debts are there. क्लियर करना, वो बंदा बार बार याद करते रहता है. Then अभिप्रवासः, for some work you have to leave the comforts of your house and go somewhere. Then सद्भि मनुष्य सह संप्रयोगः, they know always in contact with good people. So having health, not having debts, not needing to go away from the house, having good company of the people. Then swapratyavritti means dependency on his own skills and profession. Then fearlessness. These are the 6 things which make one person happy. We'll try to understand them tomorrow. Then ईर्षि गृणी रसंतुष्टः क्रोधनो नित्यशंकितः परभाग्योपजीवी च षडेते नित्य दुःखिताः. These are the 6 people who are always दुखी. ईर्षि गृणी तो असंतुष्टः क्रोधिनः नित्यशंकितः परभाग्योपजीवी च. देखो एक बार पढ़ते आ गए श्लोक, मेरे को फिर भूल भी जाते हैं. So tomorrow we'll see. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. In messy essence, if we can understand some of them and mold ourselves, our outer life becomes happy. पहले ना अपने बाहर और अंदर जीवन को संवारो, फिर आध्यात्मिकता होता है. Just like in आध्यात्मिकता also, first to maintain the health of body, then the prana shakti, then control of senses, then quietening of mind, then only our Shravana Manana Nidhyasana Vedanta or Shravanam Kirtanam of the Bhakti become fruitful. Without controlling the body, making it like a buffalo with a no control and with all heaviness and diseases, spirituality is a joke. Without sufficient prana shakti, sadhana is a joke only. Without control of indriya, your meditation is only sleep. Like these are the things spirituality. So to in general life, before entering to spirituality, अपने बाहर के जीवन को संवारो, फिर अपने अंदर के जीवन को संवारो, फिर आध्यात्मिक बनो. That's what Vidura's purpose. He will not talk deeply Vedanta, but whatever is talking is preparing everyone to for Vedanta finally. Whether you use it for that or not, at least be happy. Our Shastras talk about ultimate realization also, and they come to the lowest level and say, कम से कम जिंदगी में तुम देहेंद्र लेवल में तो खुशी से रहो, सुख से रहो बाबा. Follow these values, understand these things, be happy at least in the world. Thank you. There are beautiful texts, all of Shastra.